Have you completed the scope of the study? That's great. The next section in chapter 1 is the delimitation of the study. Many students often confuse delimitation with limitations, but they are completely two different things. In this video, I will explain what the delimitations are, how to write them correctly, and then some common mistakes to avoid when writing them. So let's get started. So now, what are delimitations? Delimitations are the boundaries that you, the researcher, deliberately or intentionally set for your study. In other words, they are the choices you make about what your research will include and what it will exclude. These decisions help keep your study focused and then manageable. So how then do we write correct and appropriate delimitations of the study? Here are 4 steps that will guide you on how to write correct and appropriate delimitations of the study. Step 1. State what your study will cover. Begin by identifying the main focus of your study. For example, this study focuses on the effects of cooperative learning on the academic performance of Basic 5 learners. This tells readers exactly what your research is about. Step 2. Explain what you have excluded. State what your study will not cover. For example, the study does not include learners from other grade levels or schools outside the selected school. This helps readers understand the limits of your limits you intentionally set. Step 3. Give a reason for your choices. Briefly explain why you set those boundaries. For example, these boundaries were set to ensure that the study could be completed within the available time and the resources. And then the final step, step 4. Keep it relevant. Your delimitations should relate directly to your research topic. Only include boundaries that are necessary to your study. Here are 4 common mistakes to avoid when writing correct and appropriate delimitations of the study. So the first one is avoid confusing delimitation with limitations. Second is avoid listing challenges instead of intentional choices. Third one is avoid setting boundaries without explaining them. And then the fourth and final one is avoid making the study so narrow that it loses its value. Remember, delimitations are decisions you make before conducting the study, while limitations are challenges you may encounter during the study. Delimitation help define the boundaries of your research and keep your study focused and then achievable. If this video helped you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and then share with another student. Now that you've learned how to write the delimitations of the study, the next step is learning how to write limitations of the study and explain challenges that may affect your research. Click on the next video in this chapter 1 series and I'll show you how to write the limitation of the study step by step. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.